Today marks the 24th anniversary of the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001. As we gather around this memorial to commemorate the tragic events of that day, I want you all to ask yourselves a question. What is the reason behind taking time out of your day every year to stand around this twisted piece of fire department in New York fire truck and listen to an old fire dog ramble on? I can't answer that question for you, but I can provide you with the reasons for why we should be doing it. We should do it to honor the bravery and selflessness of the 343 firefighters and paramedics, 23 police officers, 37 Port Authority police officers who were killed as they climbed the stairs of the World Trade Center towers as they crumbled and collapsed around them. We should do it to honor the courage. Of the 125 military and civilian personnel who died in the attack on the Pentagon. Many of who died when they went back in to rescue their fallen brothers and sisters in arms. We should do it to remember the heroism of the passengers of Flight 93, like Thomas Burnett Jr., who told his wife over the phone, "I know we're all going to die. There's 3 of us who are going to do something about it." And Todd Beamer, who was heard saying, "Are you guys ready? Let's roll," before rushing the cockpit with nothing but a fire extinguisher. We should do it to remember not just the uniformed responders, but all 2,996 people who were senselessly killed for doing nothing more than living their everyday lives. We should also do it to recognize and honor the nearly 2,400 service members killed in Afghanistan, nearly 4,600 U.S. troops killed in Iraq, and 7,800 U.S. private contractors killed, and the 52,000 plus U.S. troops who have been wounded fighting the global war on terrorism since 2001. Those aren't just numbers, folks. Each one is a life cut short, a person who isn't coming home, a family left to grieve their loss. 24 years later, the horror of 9/11 has largely faded, as memories of the tragic events tend to do. Those of us who are old enough to remember watching the events unfold in real time have gone back to burying our heads in our phones, arguing about politics, and getting bogged down in the minutia of everyday life, only revisiting the distant memories of 9/11 at events like this one. We stop what we're doing long enough to say a few words, maybe bow our heads in prayer or silent reflection, and then it's back to our lives. Bravery, sacrifice, and selflessness of all those people are put back on the shelf until the next 9/11 memorial event. I challenge everyone in attendance today to change that. All of us can and should honor the sacrifices made by the heroes of 9/11 every time we put on our uniforms or report to work. We do this through embodying integrity, putting service to others before ourselves, and striving in excellence in all we do. We do it through maintaining readiness, both personal and professional. We train, learn, and aspire to do the best at what we do, no matter the job or task at hand. And finally, we do this through putting aside our differences and taking care of each other. In the fire service, bells and air horns have long been used to signal important events. Historically, 5 bell strikes, repeated in 4 sequences, was a signal sent over telegraph fire alarm systems to indicate that a firefighter had died in the line of duty. It is a solemn final tribute symbolizing that the firefighter has answered their last alarm and is returning home. We ring the 4 5s at this time and at the conclusion of the ceremony to honor and memorialize the fallen, particularly the 343 FDNY firefighters, along with other first responders who lost their lives. Thank you. Chaplain Corolla will now offer a remembrance prayer.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. If you will, pray with me. Almighty God, we remember before you today those who lost their lives on September 11th, 2003. They lived not one day longer, but one day shorter than what you have ordained, which humbles us yet again today, because we are the creature, and you are the creator. And as our creator and sustainer of life, you understand our frailty and our struggles, our pain and our sorrows. So out of your boundless compassion, we ask that you console all those who mourn the loss of friends and loved ones who were killed on 9/11. Those who've lost loved ones defending our nation since that time. Give us resolve again today to continue to serve in the profession of arms so that we may be used for a greater good beyond what we can do individually. I thank you again for this time to remember and pray all this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you. Lieutenant Flynn will now come forward and share the firefighter's prayer.
Good morning. Firefighter's prayer. When I'm called to duty, wherever flames may rage, give me the strength to save a life, whatever be its age. Help me embrace a little child before it's too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently to put the fire out. I want to fill my calling, and to give the best in me, to guard my every neighbor, and protect his property. And if according to God's will I will answer death's call, blessed with the protecting hand of my family overall.
We will now have the 4-5s again. Thank you all for coming and attending this year's Remembrance Ceremony. Feel free to come forward if you've never been close to the memorial, if you want to read the plaque. But again, thank you all for coming.